Something a lot of people don't realize is that the psychiatric hospital I stayed at actually had 3 different wards. Each ward had a different level of care and security depending on the needs of the patients. I stayed in the lowest level ward, which was the least strict of the 3. For example, in my ward we were allowed to have our phones, but I found out that in the second ward patients weren't allowed to have phones. Depending on someone's progress and how they respond to treatment, they can sometimes move to a lower ward over time. The third ward was much more secure. I know that ward didn't have any visiting hours. My ward actually had the most visiting hours, while the second ward had fewer. What you're allowed to have with you also differs between the wards. The wards were also kept separate. We couldn't go to the other wards. Sometimes we saw people from the second ward in group classes, but we never saw patients from the third ward. Even the outdoor areas were separate, so the wards didn't really mix. So even within one psychiatric hospital, the experience can be very different depending on which ward you're in.